All right, going to be the first episode of the Unloaded podcast. Welcome, everybody. Been an interesting day so far. Been on the radio earlier today. Weird experience, very, very weird experience. I've never done this before. Never been as vocal as I've been now against, all the attacks on the Second Amendment that have been happening, and it's kind of a new adventure for me. It's been pretty rewarding. I've made a lot of friends, and it's nice to see people on both sides of the aisle standing up for what they believe in. It's really refreshing to see, honestly. We'll just jump right into it. I think it needs to be said that this is an issue that both sides of the party are facing, and nobody's happy with it. Nobody's happy with this at all. The assault weapons ban that they have posted is 90% of firearms are going to be banned under it. Your competition pistols, Grandpa's 1911, your Glock that you carry in your purse to protect yourself through a car park. There's a lot of things that are in motion right now to prevent this from happening, and I'll have every one of them listed below. There's a lot of great resources out there and a lot of great people putting in a lot of hard work. And for all that, I thank each and every one of them. People are taking time out of their lives to fight all this. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. So yesterday, I made a post on Reddit, and for people that know me, I'm a little against the grain and a little abrasive, if you will, on Reddit. And I made a post in the Rhode Island subreddit, which is famously liberal, famously left, and I said, hey, look, this is what's going on, and this is a nonpartisan issue. This is something that, shouldn't be right versus left. It should be us versus them. We can argue about everything else later. This is one of those things that we need to unite on. And lo and behold, it actually worked. There were a couple of rabble rousers, which there always is, the sum in every bunch. But overwhelmingly, there was support for the Pro 2A cause. And I think a lot of people are supporting it because of who is in office now, and that's up to them to believe, whatever they need to believe. I don't think that's really a constructive way to think about it, but that's just my opinion. It is what it is. I was really, really surprised to see the amount of support that was portrayed for the Second Amendment. Regardless of the reason, there was still support. The resources that I listed, pretty much everybody took them up and said, hey, how can I contact my representatives? I would post a link, to a screenshot of the representative emails, which is public knowledge. People should know how to contact the representative, not only on 2A, but, if there's, an issue that arises in your town or in, your portion of the state, you should know how to contact your elected officials. I think by design, that's a little hard to do sometimes. And I think that's unacceptable. A lot of people need to realize that these people work for us. We elected these people, and their job is to give their constituents what they want. There are other things happening in this state that require more attention than taking power and taking rights away from other people. I don't think this is a correct way to go about this. There is no correct way to go about this, but I don't think this is it. This is one of those things where it's going to unite everybody, and you're going to have one swarm of pissed off people. And what you don't want is one swarm of pissed off people, because that's how you end up losing your job. It should go without words that I really don't think McKee is going to get reelected. I don't think anybody does. Actually, same subreddit, when I posted that, people looked at the title and thought that I had announced his resignation, and there was overwhelming amounts of people that were commenting saying, I thought you posted that he was resigning, and I was really happy about it. The elected government that we have in the state is useless, at best. There are a few good eggs. I will say Jess De La Cruz is doing a wonderful job. She always does. She always has our back. And if you're watching this, I want to say thank you from each and every one of us. Elaine Morgan as well. She's also kind of lumped in with us. And, you know, on the flip side of things, I have to say, Lou DePalma, you're in my district. And I've met you a couple of times, and I can tell you, I don't like you. I don't like what you're about. You're a snake in the grass kind of type, and I don't trust anything that you have to say. You've used crocodile tears to get exactly what you want, and I think that's a pretty disrespectful way to go about things, is, you know, trampling on the lives of people that are lost. You know, there's a saying, never let a good tragedy go to waste, and I think these people are capitalizing on that. And it's a pretty disgusting way to go about things. It's just not a very constructive way to go about this. We live in a safe state. The state of Rhode Island is not a violent state. It is not anything even close to these major cities, you know, Philadelphia, Chicago, you know, Los Angeles, just portions of the country like that. Even Providence is not that unsafe. There are shootings, yes. There are stabbings, you know, things that happen. You're going to find that with any city. You're going to find that in Newport. You're going to find that in Tiverton. You're going to find that over in, you know, Middletown, Portsmouth, whatever, what have you. It exists. Violence exists. And whether you ban guns or not, it's going to continue to exist. Criminals are exactly that. They're criminals. They don't believe that the law applies to them, and they're going to keep doing whatever it is that they're doing. Gun violence is not going to go down because you banned all the legal and good upstanding citizens from having guns. They're not, they're criminals. They don't think that way. And I don't understand why these people don't understand this. It's a very hard knot to correct. So going from that, I just don't understand it. I really don't. Further, I would like to extend an olive branch to our friends on the left-hand side of things, you know, the liberals that own firearms. Welcome. Welcome to 2A. Welcome to the battle that we've been fighting now for how many years? I've said it before on this channel a whole bunch of times. I've been into firearms since 2018, and I've been at the State House every year since. It is a non-stop battle. Every year we go through this. Every year it's the same people at the State House. It's the same people pissed off, and it's the same jackbooted idiot thugs who try to strip our rights away. And we're fucking tired of it. Pardon my language. We're tired of it. We don't want this anymore. Focus on something else. Make the state as good as it can possibly be. Leave the guns alone. It is part of the amendment of the United States Constitution. It is literally number 2 on the list behind free speech. It defends free speech, and it defends every other amendment that you have. The Constitution is not to be trampled on. It's not to be taken any other way than as written in text, cited even further by Bruin. The right to bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, I'm not saying go down to the, you know, your local Benny's, or, well, can't do Benny's anymore. Benny's doesn't exist. Rest in peace. Can't go down to your local Ace Hardware and buy a tactical nuke or something like that, because I know somebody out there is going to say, oh, well, where does the line get drawn? Well, the line is drawn federally by the ATF. Anything over a 50 caliber rifle, or 50 caliber firearm, I should say, is considered a destructive device. There's nothing to be said further about that. That's federal law. We can't do anything about that. Would I love to have a howitzer? Absolutely. Would anybody else love to have one? Sure. I encourage all safe and responsible gun ownership. That is just the way it is. I'm never going to change on that. And to add to that, the people that are moving out of Rhode Island should not have to move and uproot their families and their homes because all of this is going on. So it's 10 minutes in. That's kind of my piece on this quick episode today. This is going to be episode number 1. Listed below in the description, if you're still listening, are all the tools and all the resources that I have at my disposal to fight this. I would really encourage everybody to do as much homework as they possibly can and study what is actually going on. This is a power grab. This is not a gun ban, it's a power grab. And by that, I mean exactly that. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that they can champion this bill and sponsor this bill and say, I was the one who got the assault weapons ban passed. Re-elect me. We're not playing. We're not playing. We're not playing hardball. We're not doing this. This is disgusting. It is a gross overreach of the state's government. I hope the federal government gets involved and says absolutely not. We shall see. So again, thank you guys for listening. Just kind of my ramblings and my ranting. Like I said in the description, everything you need. If you guys want to reach out to me, I'm available on X as Paradise Arms YT for YouTube. I'm available through Signal. I'm available through YouTube. I will leave my email for anybody that wants to talk, for anybody that wants to, leave a message. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. 2A is all encompassing. Whether you're on the left or the right, if you have questions about something, please ask. I'm more than willing to help. Any one of us are more than willing to help. We're happy to have anybody from anywhere, no matter how you vote, no matter how you look, your sexual preferences, nothing like that matters. If you're about 2A, we're about you. So I'm going to leave you guys off with that. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Keep it safe. Keep it friendly. If you go to the range, post a video. Have fun with it, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.